2000, missile with GPS-aided guidance. The missile carries the same WAU-23/B warhead section as the M142. Range, 7,300 km, 43,186 mi. 513 M57 were produced between 2004 and 2013. 5 M57E1, ATACMS modification, mod, missile with GPS-aided guidance. The M57E1 is the designation for upgraded M39 and M39A1 with regrained motor, updated navigation and guidance software and hardware, and a WAU-23/B warhead section instead of the M74 APAM bomblets. The M57E1 ATACMS mod also includes a proximity sensor for airburst detonation. Production commenced in 2017 with an initial order for 220 upgraded M57E1. The program is slated to end in 2024 with the introduction of the Precision Strike Missile, PRSM, which will replace the ATACMS missiles in the U.S. arsenal. PRSM, edit. Main article, Precision Strike Missile. The Precision Strike Missile, PRSM, is a new series of GPS-guided missiles, which will begin to replace ATACMS missiles in 2024. PRSM carries a newly designed area effects warhead and has a range of 6499 km, 37,310 mi. PRSM missiles can be launched from the M270A2 and the HIMARS, with rockets pods containing 2 missiles. As of 2022, the PRSM is in low-rate initial production, with 110 missiles being delivered to the U.S. military over the year. PRSM will enter operational service in 2023. Related developments, edit. Lockheed Martin UK and INSIS had jointly developed a demonstrator rocket artillery system similar to HIMARS for the British Army's Lightweight Mobile Artillery Weapon System /Rocket, HIMARS, program. The system consisted of a single MLRS pod, mounted on a Supacat SPV 600 chassis. The HIMARS, program was cancelled in September 2007. Lockheed Martin and Thales Australia are discussing with the Australian government, manufacturing GMLRS rockets in Australia, due in part to concerns of resupply during conflict. Australia has the ability to manufacture the rockets, but it depends on the technology, specifically the guidance components, being authorized by the US government. In November 2022, the publication The Strategist, published by the Australian Strategic Policy Institute, warned that acquiring the missile delivery system without a dedicated surveillance and target acquisition capability means that Australia's long-range fires will have no eyes. Autonomous Multi-Domain Launcher, edit. The Autonomous Multi-Domain Launcher, AML, is an unmanned variant of the HIMARS. The AML is equipped with remote-controlled launcher and fire control system that ensures compatibility with current munitions used on board both M270 MLRS and HIMARS. The concept video shows the AML can carry 2 pods compared to 1 on HIMARS and is expected to be compatible with munitions from other services or in development. HIMARS, edit. HIMARS, English, Lobster, for American, is a program by Polish Ministry of National Defense to acquire the M142 HIMARS, and, via technology transfers, integrate the launcher with the domestically produced Jelge 6x6 truck chassis and Topaz battle management system. The Armaments Agency of the Polish Ministry of National Defense has signed a framework agreement with Lockheed Martin on the 11th of September 2023. Under the terms of this agreement, 486 HIMARS vehicles will be assembled in Poland, with first deliveries starting in 2026. HIMARS, edit. In 2023, Rheinmetall and Lockheed Martin signed a collaboration agreement for the development of the Global Mobility Artillery System, HIMARS, to address the need for future long-range artillery. The HIMARS launcher consists of 2 pods as opposed to a HIMARS single pod. Current munition options include the M142 family of munitions such as GMLRS, GMLRS, M142 ATACMS and Precision Strike Missile. Surface-launched version of AGM-158 JASM and 122 mm unguided rockets are expected to be integrated later. It was unveiled during the Eurosatory 2024 and mounted on Rheinmetall's HX-8XX chassis. Both Rheinmetall and Lockheed Martin are actively engaging with European customers for potential sales. Operators, edit. Current operators, edit. This subsection needs additional citations for verification. Please help improve this article by adding citations to reliable sources in this subsection. Unsourced material may be challenged and removed. Find sources: M142 HIMARS News Times Newspapers Times Books Times Scholar Times Chester, May 2022. Learn how and when to remove this message. Jordan. 1 Royal Jordanian Army, 12. 29th HIMARS Battalion, Jordan Royal Artillery Command. Poland. 1 Polish Land Forces, 18. 16th Mechanized Division. Romania. 1 Romanian Land Forces, 36. 8th Tactical Operational Missile Brigade. Singapore. 1 Singapore Army, 24. 23rd Battalion Singapore Artillery, 23 SA. Ukraine. 1 Ukrainian Ground Forces, 39, as of January 2024 with 2 damaged bound to the US for repairs and 1 destroyed as of March 2024, 36 operational. United Arab Emirates. 1 United Arab Emirates Army, 12. United States. 1 United States Army. 210th Field Artillery Brigade, 210th FAB. 6th Battalion 37th Field Artillery Regiment, 6 to 37 FA. 1st Battalion 13th Field Artillery Regiment, 1 to 13 FA. 17th Field Artillery Brigade, 17th FAB. 5th Battalion 3rd Field Artillery Regiment, 5-3 Road FA. 1st Battalion 3rd Field Artillery Regiment, 1 to 3 FA. 1st Battalion 94th Field Artillery Regiment, 1-94 TH FA. 18th Field Artillery Brigade, 18th FAB. 3rd Battalion 27th Field Artillery Regiment, 3-27 TH FA. 3rd Battalion 321st Field Artillery Regiment, 3-321 ST FA. 41st Field Artillery Brigade, 41st FAB. 1st Battalion 77th Field Artillery Regiment, 1-77 TH FA. 1st Battalion 6th Field Artillery Regiment, 1-6 TH FA. 75th Field Artillery Brigade, 75th FAB. 1st Battalion 14th Field Artillery Regiment. 2 Army National Guard. 45th Field Artillery Brigade, Oklahoma Army National Guard. 1st Battalion, 158th Field Artillery Regiment, Oklahoma Army National Guard. 4th Battalion, 133rd Field Artillery Regiment, Texas Army National Guard. 65th Field Artillery Brigade, Utah Army National Guard. 5th Battalion 113th Field Artillery Regiment, North Carolina Army National Guard. 115th Field Artillery Brigade, Wyoming Army National Guard. 1st Battalion 121st Field Artillery Regiment, Wisconsin Army National Guard. 2nd Battalion 300th Field Artillery Regiment, Wyoming Army National Guard. 130th Field Artillery Brigade, Kansas Army National Guard. 2nd Battalion 130th Field Artillery Regiment, Kansas Army National Guard. 138th Field Artillery Brigade, Kentucky Army National Guard. 3rd Battalion 116th Field Artillery Regiment, Florida Army National Guard. 1st Battalion 623rd Field Artillery Regiment, Kentucky Army National Guard. 142nd Field Artillery Brigade, Arkansas Army National Guard. 1st Battalion 181st Field Artillery Regiment, Tennessee National Guard. 169th Field Artillery Brigade, Colorado Army National Guard. 3rd Battalion 157th Field Artillery Regiment, Colorado Army National Guard. 197th Field Artillery Brigade, New Hampshire Army National Guard. 3rd Battalion 197th Field Artillery Regiment, New Hampshire Army National Guard. 1st Battalion 182nd Field Artillery Regiment, Michigan Army National Guard. 1 United States Marine Corps. 1st Battalion 10th Marine Regiment. 2nd Battalion 10th Marine Regiment. 5th Battalion 11th Marine Regiment. 3rd Battalion 12th Marine Regiment. 2nd Battalion 14th Marine Regiment. Future Operators, Edit. Australia. 1 Australian Army. The Pentagon reported that the Australian Army had requested to purchase 20 HIMARS at a cost of between 1 and 2 billion Australian dollars, with the sale being approved by the U.S. State Department in May 2022. Australia has later announced that they will order more HIMARS to a total of 42 launches, with deliveries to begin from 2026. Australia has also received over 2,000 GMLRS rockets for use with the HIMARS, with domestic production to begin from 2025. Australia will later on receive and manufacture precision strike missile for use with HIMARS. Estonia. 1 Estonian Land Forces. In July 2022, United States approved the sale of 6 systems to Estonia as part of package estimated at $500 million. A contract was signed in December 2022. Italy. 1 Italian Army. In December 2023, the U.S. State Department approved the possible sale of 21 HIMARS launchers and related equipment for an estimated cost of $400 million. Latvia. 1 Latvian Land Forces. In October 2022, Latvian Ministry of Defense announced that Latvia plans to acquire 6 systems for an estimated cost of $220 million. The contract was signed in December 2023 with delivery planned to begin in 2027. Lithuania. 1 Lithuanian Land Forces. In November 2022, the U.S. State Department approved the sale of 8 systems and over 800 missiles, including the ATACMS. The $495 million contract was signed in December 2022. Morocco. 1 Royal Moroccan Army. In April 2023, the U.S. State Department approved the possible sale of 18 HIMARS launchers and related equipment for an estimated cost of $524.2 million. Norway. 1 Norwegian Army. In August 2024, the U.S. State Department approved the sale of 16 HIMARS launchers, related equipment and munitions for a cost of approximately $580 million. Taiwan. One Republic of China Army. In October 2020, the U.S. government approved the sale of 11 HIMARS to Taiwan. Additional 18 launchers will be purchased due to the cancellation of M142 howitzer orders. Potential operators, edit. Bulgaria. One Bulgarian Land Forces. The M142 HIMARS is a part of Bulgaria's modernization program and is one of the top priorities for the Bulgarian Land Forces. Croatia. One Croatian Army. According to information released by Croatian daily Jutarnji List, there are ongoing negotiations between Croatian and American side about the $300 million worth procurement of HIMARS systems for Croatian Army, which is expected to be concluded by the end of 2024. Philippines. One Philippine Army. The Philippines expressed interest in acquiring the M142 HIMARS for coastal defense, alongside the Indian BrahMos missile. Other options such as the K239 Chunmoo and the Elbit pools are also being considered. Failed bids, edit. Hungary. One Hungarian Ground Forces. Hungary requested the sale of HIMARS from the US in a letter with a deadline of March 2022. As there was no response from the US, Hungary considered the matter closed. In June 2023, US Senator Jim Risk, seated on the United States Senate Foreign Relations Committee, revealed however that continued attempts had been made, but he had blocked the sale of up to 24 HIMARS systems to Hungary on grounds that Hungary was refusing to approve Sweden's bid to join NATO. The Hungarian Defense Ministry in response stated that it did not intend to procure HIMARS systems. Netherlands. One Royal Netherlands Army. In February 2023, the U.S. State Department approved the potential sale of 20 systems to Netherlands at a cost of $650 million. In March 2023, the Netherlands purchased 20 Elbit Systems pools launchers instead of HIMARS. The value of the contract is $133 million. Pool's advantage according to the Ministry of Defense is that it can carry more missiles. Better price means more missiles can be purchased, and last but not least, Elbit delivers them faster than Lockheed Martin, whose production capacity is booked many years ahead. See also, edit. One list of U.S. Army rocket launchers. References, edit.